Hello, everyone. Welcome back to No Man's Sky 2.33 Permadeath Journey. You can tell because there's plants on the freighter. Today, once again, we're not going to go where I wanted to go. Today, we're going to do the frigate missions. I didn't realize until I loaded my game that I have 3 frigate missions out, and not one of them is industrial, which means we're not going to get a great deal of good stuff out of them. And also, there's a broken ship. So I didn't know that there was a broken ship because I'm not playing constantly uh, and long enough like I used to, and I wasn't playing while that mission was ongoing, so I never got the warnings about it. I didn't know until I was looking at my fleet management terminal. So the first thing we're going to do is bring in these 3 missions, and then we'll look at fleet management. And then I'm going to attach a amazing and wonderful, intense piece of research to the description below this from Dark Lord Zelric. Dark Lord Zelric, I've told you this before, this guy knows frigates. He knows everything about frigates. And he has done a unbelievable amount of work on frigates, on frigate missions, on how they go from C to S, if they'll make it to S class, all the numbers, all the data, and I'm going to attach that research to the video here. The first thing I want to say is we have a diplomatic or trade mission, we have a combat mission, and we have an exploration mission. And unless they are tier 3, it doesn't look like we stand a chance of getting too much in the way of really valuable stuff. I'm just looking at the chart right now. So let's start with this mission, which has a broken ship. This, I believe, it's a combat mission. They all look like combat ships. And you can see this red one right here is broken. And so this combat mission is a 2-tier combat mission. And that's the highest tier that a combat mission comes in. So we can expect to get almost nothing but money from it. And if we get, here's carbon crystal, so that's another thing we can get. And, or we can get indium, magnetized ferrite. Sometimes you can get iridescite from it. And so here's the chromatic metal. And, ooh, we got hot ice. Dark Lord Zelric, we got hot ice. Luck of the draw. So basically, you get stellar metals and alloys, which is what the hot ice comes under, and you get units. And apparently Corvex convergence cubes. I think I might have sent out a mind control device on that one. There we go. Now the thing about this is that we took on a lot of stuff and we don't have a lot of room on the freighter. So we're going to have to grab things and put them away. And this goes to storage. It should go right to the right place because, oh, that one won't. You see my storage was at 4,500. That means that whatever storage container I normally have that in, it's full. And chromatic metal, that went into the right place. Indium, there's no room for indium in here because I have storage augments stuffed in here. These don't go there. Oh, there was a little bit of room, so some of it went in. And, okay. I'm not gonna hoard this stuff. I have 1 slot for carbon crystal. And carbon crystal is pretty valuable because it makes condensed carbon. And almost all of those trees are made out of carbon. So, oh, I had a little bit of room for indium. I don't, what did I pick up? Nothing. That's got to go downstairs. I have a special ship just for building stasis devices. And that's Mistress of Frost. My hauler. And so we're going to put iridescite and hot ice in there. And what does that leave us with? Just about have stasis devices there. Looks like I just need a couple of ingredients, like always. I've always needed just a couple of ingredients. Now, bringing in the missions isn't as complicated as sending them out. But there are very specific things you can expect to get. Here's an exploration mission, but you see I sent a combat ship, so I've got some combat points in there as well. And let's look and see what tier exploration mission it is. It is a tier 3, so we can expect to get everything. So all kinds of stuff for stasis devices like thermic condensate, enriched carbon, nitrogen, and then collectible items like albumin pearls and sac venom and gek relics. And we're also going to get a lot of money. And we may get nothing but money. Just depending on how well the mission did. We got a lot of deep space scans. There's some enriched carbon. So those are the possible things that you can get. They're not guaranteed, not by any stretch. So let's sell our synthetic mold. That's a different kind of mold. Here's some magnetic loot. Oh, a trove of Viking pelts. And grape palm bulbs. I can't talk at all. Extinct shells, good grief. Preserved clippings. Yeah. We're getting rich off of all these extra things. Okay. And the freighter has some enriched carbon. That's going to go right straight onto the hauler that we make stasis devices on. Enriched carbon is one of the ingredients. And we have a 100% complete diplomatic mission here. And we'll just look at the tier for that as well. That's a tier 2 diplomatic mission. That's just about everything that you can get. Viking and effigies and knives and Corvax casings and cash money. And looks like we grabbed some superconductors and fusion accelerant. And that was just a super short mission. And once again, we'll grab the superconductors and put them right straight onto the ship. And check really quickly. And we can make 3 of those. It says I can make superconductors. I got 7, so I'll make 4. Here we go. And because you need enriched carbon for both sides of the stasis device. My brain's not working. Not even a little bit. Oh, I can actually make hot ice. No. Oh, that's what the enriched carbon's for. 3 of them. There we go. Alrighty. Still can't make a stasis device with that. I am missing... Oh, cryogenic chambers, of course. The thing that we're always missing. Alright, so that brings in the fleets. Now I have tons and tons of fuel, and I am hoping for industrial missions, because industrial missions, especially high tier industrial missions, bring in the vast majority of high quality, expensive stuff. Here is a tier 3, 3600 light year, 21-hour industrial mission. I fully expect to get a lot out of that. Now, here's the thing with these ships. Not all of these ships are done getting better. And we'll look at that in just a second here. I'm going to make this a super duper high powered. There we are, over 100 points already with industrials. And I think that we will just send those 3 out. And do I have anything? I do not have mineral compressors. So we're just going to make this a pure industrial mission. And let's send one more ship just to make it a little bit stronger. We'll send that one. There we go. Now we have 5 stars, which means that's as powerful as the mission can be. Adding another ship is just going to be a waste of fuel. I don't use support vessels because they just take up space on the roster. So we have a 3-star mission. That's the highest tier mission that you can get. And we're well exceeding the need, or what we need for it. And we're just going to go ahead and launch it. It's going to be gone for a couple of days. So we won't be able to turn around and come right back to it. Now, we need to find that broken ship and fix it. And let's see here. I have platinum, and I believe I have condensed carbon, and pugnium, and chromatic metal, and all of the ferrites. I hate to go over there and then to the ship and then have to come back to get whatever I need to fix whatever is wrong. I've already identified the ship and located its basic position in the fleet. I happen to know that it's at the back of the fleet to the left, and it's a combat frigate. So let's see which one it is. It doesn't show me the name, huh? Not even that, HG? You really need to fix this problem. Let's see if this is the broken one. Our weapon systems are armed. This is not the broken one. If it was the broken one, he would have told me that everything's broken. So what I had to do was I had to go and look in fleet management. There's the broken one. To see where the broken ship was located, or I would have been spending this whole time trying to find it amongst the many, many combat ships that I have. We're going to inspect damage, mark the component, and there it is right there, damage component. Now we need to go find it and hope we have the stuff. It's over here somewhere. There it is. All right. What do we need? Silver. Good. We brought silver. I don't have to go back. Here, it's all fixed. So if you don't enter your game often enough while you've got missions running, you won't know. Oh, it says there's another broken part up here somewhere. Oh, the bridge told me there was only one broken part. is it? It's not here. Is it on the other side of the ship? Aw, darn it. I should have taken a left at Albuquerque. Are we getting warmer? I feel like I'm not getting any warmer. Oops. Turned too sharply. All right, where is it? Up there. I know this really bugs a lot of people, but I gotta be honest with you. This is the first broken frigate that I've had in 7 months. And those frigates were broken on purpose so that I could make a video about fixing broken frigates. If you send out a mission that is matched or outmatched, you can expect to get broken frigates. You need to do better. Always send out 5 stars against, no matter what you are sending it out against, send out 5 stars. How do I get back? I don't spend time on combat ships. There it is. Foe, I got lost. Alright, let's get back to it and go look at fleet management. Concentration. Alrighty. So that was a iffy mission that I sent out, and I paid for it. Cost me 100 silver to fix the situation. And silver's not something I hold on to. Alright, I want to look at fleet management before I send out the rest of the missions. So, basically, frigates will continue to get better and better and better until they hit 55 expeditions. If you start with a frigate that's already done 50 missions and it's only got 20 points in its main stat, it's not going to do well, and it may never become an S-class. And I leave it to you to read the many detailed charts that Dark Lord Zelric has built for this. But this ship right here was a ship that I thought was going to do super, super well. It's halfway through its expeditions, and it's already got 30 points of combat. Exploration, industrial, and trade are coming up. They're not fantastic, but they are good. And I expect this ship, to get upwards of 38, 40, somewhere around there. It's going to get a high score because it's still got 30 missions to go. And that's why I bought it. Now let's look at a C class. These are all garbage. And the reason that they're garbage is look at all these combats. I decided when I was pretty much done with maxing out this save that all of the rest of my frigates were going to be combat ships, so that when I sent out all the missions, I would have just a field of combat ships surrounding my freighter, because I thought it would look cool. It was funny. That's why I did it, for fun. So let's look at a one that might be good. Yeah, this one's pretty good. It's only had 8 expeditions, and its base stat is 22. And so I believe I probably bought it in this condition. It's probably never been out on an expedition that I sent. I try to buy ships with their base stat at 20 or higher and the lowest possible expeditions, and I mean 0 expeditions, 1 expedition, um, if I really am trying to build my fleet. Because I want these numbers to get as high as they possibly can before they stop getting any higher. And they will stop getting higher at 55 expeditions. So you only have that amount of time. So if you buy a ship like this one, which is garbage, um, it's got only 1 expedition, that's great, but it's starting out at only 19 points. And so it's not going to be um, anything like, oh, let's see here. Here's a S38 right here. It's not going to get to this, to these numbers, 18, 15, 38, 14. It's never going to do this because it doesn't have the potential. It's only got 19 points to start with, and that the other one, the S class, um, what did I do with it? There it is. The S38 here probably had 22 or more points when I bought it, and less than 5 expeditions. I can go back and watch the video and get the exact stats on this ship, but I'm willing to bet that it had almost no expeditions and probably started out at 22 because it did so well. And they can do better than that, even. My main save has ships that have higher stats than that. Of course, it's normal mode. so, so that's the basic with frigates. And like I said, I'll put the chart in the notes below so that you can read it for yourself. Listen to him and lecturing me. Um, this balanced expedition is garbage. It's too short. It's only 1 star. It's not going to give me wealth and riches beyond measure. This mission is also garbage. It's really long. It's only 1 star. It's 3,400 light years of risk, and it's only worth 1 star for the return. But as far as getting experience, it's a good mission. So with this kind of mission, we're going to start at the bottom and grab ships after I choke to death. And let's see where we're at here. We need to get over 50 points in every field. And we may not be able to do that with these C-class ships. Let's see what I've got here. I don't have any mineral compressors. So those ships aren't quite good enough. Let's try again. We'll try with A-class ships. There's exploration, industrial, trade, and 30 points of combat. Let's see what we can do here. All we need is an exploration ship. So let's go back in and grab another explorer. And there we go. We're over 50 points on everything. That equals a 5-star balanced mission. It's expensive because these ships are expensive to run because they're not very efficient yet. They're only A's and B's. So they need time. They're not at that point yet. And when they are better, I won't have to send these parts out. I can send fuel oxidizers along, and that'll save fuel because it shortens the mission or lengthens it for less fuel. There's more than one way to look at that. Now let's see here. We have a 3-star combat mission that's only 9 hours, or a 2-star combat mission that's 14 hours. This one's going to bring in more money, but we really don't need money. But we'll go ahead and send it. And we can send out one of our low-quality combat ships because we're going to have room for that. Remember, we only need to clear 100 points here. There's another one. And where are we at right now? 5 stars. We've cleared 100 points, and we've well outdone this. I can make it even bigger with more, but there's no need to do that. Let's go back and do that again. So let's grab this ship and these two and this one, and yep, that's the same. But we can bring up these other values. We can bring up trade, and we can bring up exploration, and maybe add a little bit of goods here. Looks like one more of those will bring that over 50. So we'll add a little bit to the treasure side of it. But mostly this is going to bring money because it's a combat mission. And it's very low cost. It's only 250 tons of fuel to achieve 5 stars. And part of that is because they're combat ships, and part of it is the length of the mission. And there they go. So we have 3 missions out. That's all I can do. I don't know what kind of a system we're in, but we'll go look and see. I have room to buy ships, so we should be able to see some ships. I'm not going to say never buy an S-class frigate, never buy an A or a B-class frigate, but I will tell you that if you buy an S-class frigate with more than 55 completed expeditions, it's never going to get better than it is when you bought it. And since they upgrade, and an X-class frigate can cost between, I don't know, 10 and 20 million, you might as well buy a C-class frigate and improve it yourself. Let's see, these people don't sell industrials. Looks like this guy's not selling frigates today. That's so typical. Or maybe I have 30, but I don't think I do. I think I have room for one more. Who's that? Oh, that's another freighter. Maybe I do have 30. Doesn't seem like it's possible. Grief. Good grief. Yikes. Didn't seem like that was enough pages. So typical. Well, I can do the other thing. The other way we can do this is we can take a second and jump on another save. We'll just quit out to mode select and jump onto our tutorial in normal mode save, because I know I don't have a full fleet there. And I doubt I have an S-class frigate on that ship or save either. All right, here we are. Here we go. I don't even have an S-class ship. I have an A-32 though. That's not bad. Good grief. I don't think he has any fuel. Oh, what possessed me to buy a Gek freighter? It was free. Alright, definitely do not have 30 here. And look at all these ships that have damage to them. And all of these really low number ships. Oh my god, 17s. I got 2 17s and an 18. That's desperation. But here, Here's a C-32. It has 17 expeditions, which means that it has um, 37 more to go, and it's already got 32 points. This one negative is going to come off as soon as I send it on an expedition. I've never sent it. So it's a trade vessel. I bought it in this condition because I could see its potential, but the fuel requirements are a little bit high. 11 is a little high. I'd like to see it lower. So you can get ships with fuel requirements that are 8 tons per 250 light years, and you can do some things to ameliorate that as well. It looks like I might have started with an exploration ship on this save. I do have some industrials. Let's see if I have fuel. I do have fuel. Cool. Yay. Let's see if there's a good mission here. Everything but a trade mission. All right. And nothing over 2 stars. And that's just, we just haven't done enough missions to get to that point. Oh, I've got a mission in. Got a mission waiting debrief. This is a much, much younger save. It's 1/4 of the hours. And, oh good, it's industrial. It's 1/4 the hours of permadeath journey. And so we haven't really spent a lot of time with this. 2 stars is the highest mission level that I can get right now because I just haven't sent out enough missions to get 3-star missions yet. And that was super short. Got lots of valuable stuff. And there's no mission in there. And that's all of the stuff. Okay. Now that those industrial ships are back, we can look at them again and see if they changed at all. Not quite yet. Looks like we need to send this guy out at least 2 more times for that 31 to be really valuable, because there's 2 negatives there. So let's see if we can fix it with another mission. And we'll come back another time, probably 2 days from now, and see if it worked. We're going to start at the bottom with ships with negatives. We've got that C-31 right there. And we're going to need the highest points we can get. This, I don't know, oh, because it's a C instead of a B. So here's a C-class industrial ship that's better than the B that I have. And that's just luckily finding one that was better. And so that's 56, 77, 100 exactly. And that's 4 ships. And let's see here what else we have. Oh, we have another industrial right here. That's only 350 tons. It's only a 9-hour mission, but in order to get longer, better missions, you've got to keep sending them out. And I don't think I have this stuff because I don't know how to make it yet. And these things, mind control devices and explosive drones, I've gotten by killing Sentinel drones in space. I don't have the actual blueprints yet. So let's send them out and we'll see how they do when they come back. That is the very basics of frigates. Very, very basics of frigates. And the best thing that you can do is to download this chart from Dark Lord Zelric and check it out. If you want to get super serious about building a frigate fleet, start with C-class, low expedition, high stat C-class ships and build those missions up by sending them out every day or as often as you can. And that will build a much more solid, much better frigate fleet than you'll get by buying high class frigates like S classes, which are exorbitant, expensive. So I'll attach that chart down below. Check it out. If you have specific questions, ask them in the comments. And if I don't know the answer, I will forward the question to Dark Lord Zelric. All right, you guys, I want to thank you all so much for coming along. It's Frigate Day. We will see you tomorrow. Have a great day.